Hey guys, I'm trying to talk loud here. I know that some of you guys haven't been able to hear me. Of course, you know it's Tim. You're no purpose nothing. Uh, I've been working a job here for this past 3 4 days, doing this roof. As you can see, had to tear all that off all by myself. But you know what? That's work. It's good work. Hard work for an old guy, but so what? I'd rather just do that. Uh, the reason I'm going to put this video up is because, of course, a lot of you know it took me to travel here, and I've had my own ordeals. I mean, just like everybody else, I got no exclusive rights to any of that. Uh, but I came here with a mission, and that is to work with the Free Will Society and try to bring them together again with their efforts. They've made several efforts before and have had some unsuccessful business offerings and whatnot. Have been taken by other TIs that were actually corrupt, and it was a bad deal. And I've been talking to them for quite some time, and I came here because I came to help. Okay, and really the bottom line is, I've been through this for so long, man. I mean, I really just kind of look at it as, I've been screwed. Okay, I used to be a millionaire, but so what? Them used to be's and used to be's don't make no honey. I kind of coined that phrase, but it's true. The best thing I've been trying to do is just be myself and try to help people. I might as well share the experiences I've got. Hey, man, I haven't got like 1,000 years to go. And might as well try to help others and not really care too much about what the bad guys are doing or saying about it, or they're going to take their moves, and so what? uh, that's just what it is. I mean, uh, I've been putting up with it for so long. I mean, I'm just used to it. But something, I've been kind of investigating the area that I'm in. I mean, you see it's a beautiful day today. It's very overcast. From what I understand, that's kind of the way the rest of the season's going to go. So what again? Hey, I'm not sweating my ass off to run around on this roof and up and down and doing all this work by myself. It always seems that that's the kind of challenge that happens. It's kind of like this visit that I made here. I took a very long trip. They sent me some money. Some of you have sent me money to help me, and I want to tell you that's very gracious. I can't give the proper gravity to the appreciation I have for that. So I just hope that you all understand. The way I look at things, people have helped me here as well, but now I've been working and I've been making some money, and I'm actually, the people here that have helped me, I've been trying to give them back their money, and I would do the same for anybody else. I don't need very much. I went from having never looked at a price tag on anything to pretty much not really looking at anything. you know, uh, but that's just a force of habit and understanding to the environment. But the important thing I want to share is if you remember correctly, a lot of you may have watched the video when I first got here. Things were tough. I wasn't so sure how things were going to work out. I didn't know if we were going to get along. I didn't, you know, but I've been going through this with several of other people that are in our same ship. Uh, and I've been starting to realize some things that have been basically holding us back as successors or survivors. Um, and I'm going to share that with you real quick as best I can here. Here's one of the first things that I started to recognize is that we all have a framework that is identical. It's a universal framework. I mean, it goes into every system they have. The only difference, now there's, no, I say only, no, that's actually a very acute difference, and that is our psychological basis, along with what we're programmed or understood to perceive. Okay, and so while we could all be going through the same steps, we can look at the steps and we can say, oh, well, here in 5 years, okay, I've been watching forever Harry Sweeney, who is the arbitrator for the Free Will Society. I mean, he has literally talked to 12,000 different cases. And we've talked a lot about this, the differences, the classifications, the understandings of the differences between us all. It is basically like the same thing as talking about automobiles. Automobiles all have the same basic framework. They have four wheels, they have a motor, they have windows, they have the AC most of the time, radio, steering wheel, accelerator. All those things are natural in the framework of a car, but every one of them are considered to be different as a point of, of course, you buy a dealership. But I'm not talking about I'm talking about us as understanding ourselves. And what happens is that we are different. I mean, we've customized our car out, and but we still have four wheels, and some are faster, some are slower, but the more economy. Look at all the difference. So, and that's kind of like what we go through. And so, what happens is we get conditioned, okay, to watch for certain behaviors and allow those to become what they call as reticular activators. You look that up. Reticular activation comes from the hypothalamus. It's all biochemical reaction and hormone emotions. And so what happens is we kind of get programmed, and we do that with natural things, all kinds of things. I mean, see police lights. Okay, well, there might be an emergency. There might be a problem. Someone might be hurt. Oh, I might be getting in trouble. I mean, there's all sorts of different reactions that you have and emotions on how you see things, and then that is your perception. I mean, if you're an outlaw carrying a whole bunch of drugs on you or something, and a cop pulls up behind you, you're going to be a little more freaked out than a nice old lady from Pasadena driving an old car that hasn't done anything wrong. You see, the perceptions are all different. Everybody lives a life. So this is what has caused a lot of conflict within our own basic community, if you want to call it that. Nobody wants to call it that, but let's just call it that for the heck of it. And that's the bottom line. I mean, look how many times you look at what somebody says or another TI says, or maybe he's fake, you're suspicious, everyone has a vetting process. We have a very unique and highly vigilant process once we really start getting set in. And that's a part of the phase. I mean, you get overwhelmed with it, and then you start adjusting and understanding. You start fighting really hard. Then you move off into hopelessness, maybe, and then you can start gaining some hope because you start finding some truth, and you start getting older and experience and things. So everything changes. So, say for instance that I came to see you. And I came to see you, and you asked me for help. You said, I need this, I need to talk about this and everything. I will give you every piece of information I can. Give you all the loyalty I can. Ride with you. I make sure that you are safe. Do everything I possibly can, because it's never really important about me anymore. I mean, I really don't even feel like I'm making any kind of impact. And it's okay, as long as I help somebody. I'm feeling good. I've pretty much screwed everything up most of the time in my life. So I'm just kind of showing everybody the mistakes. And this is one of them. I've talked to a lot of TIs. And in that process, what has happened is a lot of times, some of my behaviors or some of the things that I may say, they get slanted. Okay, now in advertising, it's easy. It's an easy angle. We call it an angle, right? It's easy. It's a slant. It's an angle. Yahoo. So how that works is that I could be saying something where I'm saying, look, I have all the respect in the world for the efforts and everything you put in, but I have to tell you, you may need to change that. You may want to look at this a little bit differently. You have to back off on the anger, and that turns into me being critical. And now you're mad. Now you're defensive, and what happens is your feelings change. The walls come up. You're like, wait a minute, this is a TI. Why? Instead of thinking, okay, look, what possible goal does this dude have to try to piss me off or tell me the wrong thing to get in his ego? All right. Now that stuff happens, and I'll tell you why. Okay, is because you have been attacked for a very long time, so you are very defensive. And it's very hard to adjust that instinct. Okay? I mean, when I'm talking to you guys, I'm telling you, I'm an ex-soldier. I used to box. I like to fight. I'm a fighter. Well, I was. I mean, I'm kind of old now, but I mean, I've had to fight still, And I say, God bless And thank you, because for some reason I've always been given the particular skill that he has given me in the future, or in the past, excuse me, it has helped me survive. And it usually surprises the hell out of everybody else, including me. So, the reason that you have to understand is that I'm telling you this is because I'm trying to formulate a way that if you're in trouble, that you can come here. There are actually a pretty good number of us here. I've been discovering it slowly but surely, because I too am a bit suspicious of everything and anybody, and I go through the process too. I just don't react or put so much gravity into it as I used to. You know, I just look at it and say, okay, that's a strategy. No worries. I know pretty much all of them. In talking about that, it's look at hyper game theory. One of the most complicated game theories to ever read, so don't look at it. Just listen to me for a second. Hyper game theory is all about you not knowing any good information and being provided bad information on a regular basis and taught that it is good information. Meanwhile, they know everything about this, what's going on. Now, I've studied this as a strategist on several occasions. I do cyber defense, cybersecurity stuff. And the deal is, we have to talk. What will crush them will be the simple fact is when everyone, all of us, start working together without doubt, where we are vetted properly because we know that there's fakes out there. And actually, believe it or not, if you're really into it, you can put your emotions aside and you can spot them even easier than if you're trying to be mean about it. It is. It's actually like that. It's more simple. You just have to pay attention. So, that, if anybody wants to look up hyper game theory, look up at Reddit. Look good info source up. That guy is an ex-businessman who has been destroyed and has exposed all of the ultrasonic style attacks and how they do the surfing attacks and such like that. And he also talks about hyper game theory. And he posted, so it's pretty good. It's called r/@ good info source. You might want to check that out. But you don't have to. It's a hard read. But the bottom line is the big reason why I'm sharing this with you is this roof right here that I'm sitting on right now. I'm burned up tired because I've been working my ass off all by myself. I'm being paid. This is the house. Is a guy who is a TI. And he's never even known what a TI was all this time. It's been going on for 30 years. He's in his almost 70 years old. He's 69 or 68. And I talk to him and I listen, but I don't talk about me. Okay, I'm just more interested in hearing what he's got to say. And listen, because what am I doing? I'm vetting, right? But at the same time, this man has good faith. He has all of these qualities that have made him survive. I have watched him over the past 4 or 5 days get persecuted and observed. I'm thinking it's me, but it's him. The people that have come over have been stealing from him. He said that just the past 3 years have been terrible. And he said it's been this way all his life and he can't figure it out. I haven't told him yet, but I will. And when I do, I'm hoping that he learns to not take any of the actions that I do as suspicious. Because we would all be like, whoa, how does this guy know? What's going on? Wait a minute. Probably go online and see if anybody else talked about these types of situations. I call them honeypot situations. I've been stuck in honeypots for big time. Where that's where they offer you a place to stay, and you get, I've even been offered a truck. You can stay here, you eat whatever, take a few weeks. As a matter of fact, here's some work for you. And then next thing you know, man, the degradation comes. boy, man, I've been poisoned out of the food they put in the refrigerator. I mean, it's, they trap you. That's a honey pot. And, they'll make it look really good at first, and then they'll drop you down, and then they'll say, well, how can I say anything? I'm doing everything I possibly can for you. Yes, you are. Can I swiftly kick you in the nuts? I would appreciate that. That would really make me feel good. And you don't mind, right? No, I've never said that. Thought it a lot, though. Thought exercises are okay. You don't have to act on them. You can just laugh at them and say, hey, that was pretty funny. And I want you guys to know, look, this is all I'm about, okay? I stopped trying to help myself a long time ago. I just try to keep surviving and be good in my faith. And that's actually what has really saved me. But not really. Because I want to tell all of you, this is the key. Look at all of you that have helped me. You sent me a little bit of money here, a little bit of money there. Hey, man, that's a meal, and a soda, or a pack of cigarettes. I bought a shaver. I got the shave. I mean, I started off this whole crusade video thing with a blank face. And my video, I just realized, has become incredibly long. I apologize. Email me at labratbreakout@protonmail.com if you have any questions. But I am looking to build an environment that is stalker-free. And if it is not stalker-free, it provides an environment of very trustworthy TIs that you can trust, because nobody who has gone through all the mistrust and betrayals as such as we have is going to betray you. You have to bring the faith with you. You have to understand that the trust is there. And you're going to misinterpret things sometimes. Come against it. Remember, that's actually part of your programming. You are trained to resist TIs, except the ones that talk a bunch of trash about what their experience is. It sounds just like yours, and you fall right into it, and you say, well, what did you do? Oh, I should do that too. Yeah, I'm going to go down and spend $1,000 on this new whatever, They want to put your time into those things. It's better for them. So look, I love you guys. I apologize for the long one. protonmail.com. Happy to hear from you, and I'll keep you informed as things develop, because there are more of us coming here now. And the idea is that we show that we can work together, and we look out for each other, and we can do it better than they do, because they've been doing it for pay, and we do it because we actually care about each other. Okay? God bless you. God bless America.